For those interested in purchasing this cooler, an Amazon link will be in the description at the bottom. Thank you.
Hey everyone, Frugal Panda here. I just wanted to show you what I picked up. It was a pretty good deal. I'll have to see how good it really is. It's a Coleman wheeled cooler, and I'll leave a link in the description for it too. It's supposed to hold 84 cans. Here, we can look at the tag right there. 84 cans, 50 quart. It claims that it holds ice for 5 days. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add ice to it. Real simple. Add ice to it, but I am not putting it outside because it wouldn't be a fair test because I'm in Colorado and the weather's been kind of weird lately. It can be in the 60s one day, or it can be in the 40s or 50s today, or it's dropped down to the 20s. So we're just going to have it in the house and put ice in it and let it sit. And the house, of course, is heated and everything like that. So that's kind of unfortunate. I didn't get it in the middle of the summer to test it that way, but we're going to test it the best way we can. Because I got this just in case I don't want to take my refrigerator. I have a refrigerator freezer portable one that I take with me. But I got this also for times I don't want to take it, just to be honest with you. And we want to take something, but it can hold ice for a couple days. And if it doesn't hold it for 5 days or so, I got this really cheap. And like I said, I'll put a link in the description. So I'm not worried too much about it. But if it can hold it for just a few days in comparison to my ultra cheap big cooler I've had forever that's like super cheap, I'll be a happy camper. You know, give me 3-4 days holding ice and keeping stuff cool. I'll be very happy about that. So I'm going to fill it up with ice and let it sit and see how it does, and put a couple things in there just to see how cool it really, if it does stay, keeps ice for a few days, and I'll check on it. But anyway, this is the Coleman, and it has on top of it 4 cup holders, which are pretty cool. Let's see the inside, if I can do it with one hand. I'm trying to, guys. Got it. Drainage plug in the bottom. You can see the outline of the wheels on this. It's plastic, of course. Everything's plastic. Turn it around. Let's look at the back. Caution. Children might become entrapped. Got a little handle. Little handle right here. Metal. Metal. Let's turn it over. Goes up even further. Turn it over real quick. See the drainage plug. There's a drainage plug right there. Okay. Your typical wheels. One thing, they're cheap, but I do like about these, they're so easy to fix. If they fall off, I'm trying to think, something I had as a kid, or maybe my kids had, I always had to fix where the wheels would fall off. They always had those little caps on them, so you just hammer them back on and stuff like that. Both sides, little plastic wheels. All right, ice has been added here. Today is December 15th. It looks like it is 2:25 in the afternoon. This is a record for myself to also remember. So ice has been added to the bottom. I'm going to add a few things. Okay, so I added a couple beers, some grass-fed beef hot dogs, a couple root beers in here. We're going to close it up, put it off to the side. I'm going to put it where the sun also hits it a little bit in my by my sliding glass door. As I said, going to check on it every day, see how long it actually holds ice. It is in the house. It'll also be sitting near a heating vent. Not sitting on top of it, but it'd be near it. But it's in my house. My house is, of course, warm. Unfortunately, I can't do it outside, but hey, it's best to do at least one type of test anyway. So closing it up, I'll push the handle, pull it up. You take it, and you just move it. Rolls pretty good. I like it. Now let's see if it holds ice. This is where it's going to sit. Even though there's a sliding, my house is well insulated. It's a pretty modern house. My house is not that old. But also right behind it is a heating vent. So no cheating. So it's not going to maintain its coolness by sitting next to a sliding glass door. So, all right, we'll check back in a few days or every other day or whatever. And I'm going to check every morning when I get up and see what it's looking like. Anyway, let's see. Oh, and by the way, I did not do like a lot of people would do with these, is you throw a bag of ice in it to cool it down. Like, and then you empty it out in the morning or whenever before you actually leave to go camping or whatever, and then put a fresh bag of ice in it while it's still cool. I did not do that. Just threw some ice in it. All right, everyone, here we are back again with the Coleman 84 quart or 84 can or 50 quart cooler here by Coleman. It claims that it will last 5 days. It will keep ice for up to 5 days. Now, today is December 17th is actually the date today. So, I've already checked it. It has all the ice is gone in here. Water's still really cold. So it kept ice for about 2. So for me, I'm fairly satisfied with it. This thing was super cheap. I liked it because it had the top where you could put the cup hole. You could put your bottles and your cups and all that stuff. So I did like that. It's a little more rugged than the average cheapo that I've bought in the past, like the one I have downstairs. So let's just take a look at this difference in sizes. And I lied. I didn't have another Coleman downstairs. I had a Rubbermaid. This Rubbermaid holds 68 cans in it, and it is 48 quarts. So at 48 quarts, this holds 68 cans, right? This one is only 50 quarts. So it's what, 2 quarts? What did I say, 48 or so? So maybe 2 quarts bigger, but it holds 84 cans, right? Let's look at the size difference. A little bit bigger, right? There it is with the 48 quart that holds 68 cans in front of the one that holds 80 cans. 84 cans, excuse me. So size-wise, it's a little bit taller, right? But width-wise, they're about the same, I would say. Wouldn't you agree? Another look at the inside of this one. Inside of that one. Right. So my thoughts on this Coleman 84 can holding cooler is I think it's pretty good for the price. That's just to be honest. For what I paid for this, I don't remember, 30, 40 bucks. I'm really satisfied. Yeah, I'm really satisfied for what I paid for this. This was super cheap. It feels very sturdy. Honestly, I haven't had too many coolers, whether cheap or expensive, that felt like they're about to fall apart on me. I've dropped them, I've done things like that. And most of them, besides like a styrofoam, most of them have held together over the years. The only real issue with them is that you put ice in them and the ice would only last like a day, And I know there's other things you would do, like, which I figured out with my refrigerator, my portable refrigerator, freezer combo, is if you get one of those hot cold bags and one of the bigger ones, you put it in there, it made the refrigerator conserve electricity better. So it didn't use as much electricity when I was mobile. Now, I'm willing to bet those same bags, you can find one this size too. Or say you had a smaller version of one of these. You stick it in one of those bags too, and it'll help conserve the coolness even more. So, yeah, anyway, so it held ice for about 2 days, 2.5 days. Now, disclaimer on that. The ice I used, because I really wasn't planning on doing a review on this. This was honestly just something I bought for myself when I don't want to take the the portable refrigerator. So I had no plans, and I said, let's pull the camera out and just do a quick video. Maybe somebody's interested in this. I don't know. So with that being said, I went ahead and just pulled the camera out and just decide to do a quick review of it. Now, getting back to my disclaimer, I use ice. So usually when I start out on a trip, I would use the ice out of my refrigerator. But as you know, out of my freezer, as anyone who has a freezer knows, a lot of freezers, it's not like having a huge bag of ice like when you're stopping to go out of town or stop somewhere and you stop at a gas station, get a big old bag of ice to throw in there. It's not the same. It's not as much volume, of course. It doesn't hold that much ice like that. And I always never, and so you're not getting as much ice as you would out of an average like bag of ice you'd get at the gas station. So that's a disclaimer. Another disclaimer is I could not do the review outside. So because even though it was sunny out today and it's been sunny, you got to remember this is Denver, so it can be sunny out and it'd be 40 degrees. So doing, trying to see how long the ice will last when it's 40 degrees outside, it's not really a fair thing as versus you have the ice and you have it outside of direct sunlight, but sitting in the desert. So what I did is I did it in my house near a vent, maybe a little too close to the vent. I have central air. My house stays pretty warm at night and everything. So it was not outside. I'm willing to bet with a bag of regular old gas station ice that this lasts for some time. It'll give you 3 days. I don't know about 5 days. I don't know about that. I would guess 5 days is just perfect weather, all that stuff. But 3 days, I can definitely believe 3 days on this. So, and that's my review of this. The build quality of it, I think the build quality is very good. It's got those cheap wheels on it. Whoop-de-woo. These are basic wheels. It's like, they remind me of the ones that were on like my kids' construction toys when they were little, which is not a big deal. If they pop off, they have the little cap here. You tap right back on, you put them back on. I trust me, I did enough of that with my kids' toys in the past. Like I said, the handle on it. Look at that handle. All metal. Honestly, the handle feels exactly like my suitcases that I take traveling. I'm taking overseas and everywhere else. Feels like the same darn handle on them. Feels like the same handle on my Polo suitcase, to be honest with you. I paid quite a bit of money for. The top, good plastic, no issues. The seal, hold on. The seal is pretty good. I'm trying to get it open. Anyway, so there you have it. This is the Coleman 50 quart or 84 can holding wheeled cooler with a telescopic handle. For the price I paid for this, I'm very satisfied. Like I said, I only use ice out of my kitchen because I wasn't really going to make a review of this. It was just something I bought to add to my camping stuff. It's very sturdy. It held ice for over 2 days, considering that I only used what I had in the refrigerator, which isn't the same as a big old bag of ice you get from the gas station. Very satisfied with this. So with that being said, would I recommend this? Yes, I would. And you saw the size of it compared to whatever that was, the 68 can other one that I had. They're not too much. It's not too much bigger. It's a little bit taller, same width and everything like that. But it holds significantly more cans than the other one. And it looks a lot more rugged with the wheels on it. That's a big deal for me. I'll leave a link in the description for it for anybody who's interested in buying this. Now, with that being said, I more than likely will start looking for another cooler too, because what I want to have, I want ones for like this. This would be for like taking the family with me somewhere, or we're going camping and stuff, and we're not going to take the refrigerator. There's always the possibility we don't, or just doing this a quick camping trip and no reason to take the refrigerator. We'll just take this or something like that. But then I want to get a smaller, rugged cooler, not 50 quarts, but say, I don't know, what, 30 quarts or something smaller like that. But a very good one that can hold ice for a couple of days. Also, if I don't want to take the refrigerator with me, if it's not a major trip, I just don't want to take it. It's just how it is. Coolers have their place, and I think the technology is getting better to where they can hold ice a lot longer. That's always been my issue. The ice be gone in a day, and you just end up with a bunch of watery mess in your stuff. These I like better when they can hold for a few days. All right, let's get one more look around of the Coleman 50 quart cooler. Now, I'm not saying it won't hold ice for 5 days, but that's very, I think that would be perfect conditions for anybody, as anybody knows how they always say with these ice chests. But 2 days, yes. Did it do close to 3 days? Yes. And hey, it worked. I'm not complaining, especially for the price of it. It didn't cost me $400. It didn't cost me $500. It didn't cost me $300. It didn't even cost me $100. So it held ice for well over 2 days for under $50. I'll take it. It works for me, especially for little short camping trips. Hey, that's okay with me. Anyway, everyone, Thank you very much for watching my videos. And as I said earlier, I wasn't expecting to do a review of this, but I said, oh, why not? Someone might be looking right now and be interested in this. But anyway, thanks for your time, and I appreciate you watching my videos. And I hope everyone has a good day. You have a happy holiday. And I have some more videos going to be coming out in probably the next week or two. I got some actual reviews on some batteries that I got coming in the mail. So come back and check out my videos. Goodbye, everyone.